Constitution, the golden principles on his. So these are things we gather annually. 37 years is not a joke. There is always a need for renewal of energy, and that is the significance of meeting every year in January. January happened to be the Founders' Day. The organization was established January 23rd, 1983.
Okay.
So the Ishrat itself always falls into January of every year. And one thing that is interesting there is that any society or any religious group must have something that will benefit the environment. And that is why we need now to look inward on how far have we fared in the past years. So regrouping today and looking into using SWOT analysis now, areas of our strength, areas of weaknesses, areas of threats, areas of opportunities. So you now using Minimax formula where we believe that we are done, we must strengthen ourselves. And where we are faring well, we must encourage ourselves, motivate ourselves to continue.
Interesting. I understand that the event has been going on for a few days.
It started January 11.
Okay.
And the lesson from the way we go about it, I'm sharing this with people so that they follow it. When you look into the Bible, Jesus Christ said, "Let the children come unto me, because to them belongs the kingdom of God." Because they are sinless. And the lesson there is that for every family, if you are able to focus on your children, you are able to rear them aright, that parent will never lack in anything. So good parenting is what we are trying to establish through using the kiddie sports as an opening chapter to launch us into the Ishrat activities.
Okay.
So the second day, that was 12th of January. In fact, during that first day, we were able to address ourselves on pedophilia.
And that's rampant today.
How do we now, all stakeholders must actively participate in eradicating it? So we are able to really, and we have to thank the media, because without the media, within a locality you talk, that's the end. But with the presence of the media, the whole world will be able to share from what we are trying to intimate the world to note and work on. So on Sunday, in the organization we have medicals, and because in Islam, education is not complete except you are into Western education as well as into Arabic and Islamic education. Western education will enhance you the opportunity to participate effectively in the cause of nation building. Your religion, without knowledge, you can't practice it well. So that is why the area of, so we were able to do a kind of validation test on the graduates, because today, around 5 o'clock, we are going to present them to the Chief Imam of Ibadan land, who will now accredit them, appreciate the teachers that have taught them, and bless the children to be able to be resourceful elements in society. So on Tuesday, we call experts regarding the the Sustainable Development Goals.
SDG.
Those 17 something. We now map out, we came out with a kind of 5 roadmaps, we called experts on each one of them as it relates to how best the country can achieve in the areas of sustainable development. And the H1 professors, professionals, and even people of, in fact, we use the occasion to formally open a center we have just built. That is Center for Religious Cooperation and Tolerance. In fact, we have the Araba of Ibadan land. He was there. He opened the chapter through Iwure. We have the Christian who used Matthew 5:5-9 and really established the essence of love, essence of cooperation, essence of keeping unity. And the Muslim factor was there also. All of them were talking the same thing from their scriptures. So through that we are able to establish the fact that there must be no compulsion in religion, and that we must use your religion to build and construct rather than destroy. So we are able to establish that, and we embrace ourselves. The occasion was chaired by Professor Ariyo of Olagoke University. And on Wednesday, the final of the Rasul Cup tournament. We started the tournament in November, and the final came up. Why am I venturing into that again? I happen to be a patron of a National Association of Football Coaches in Nigeria for your state.
Okay.
That is number one. So I'm relevant to, and I have 2 clubs.
Okay.
That is Shafardin Football Patriots and Olagoke Babes.
Okay.
So that's the reason why I ensure that this Rasul Cup is fulfilled is to remove discriminations among the youth and to engage them actively. If we are able to achieve in the areas of using sports as a pillar of fostering unity among in the world or among the youth, then the future will be so bright. And I use the occasion to challenge Nigerian government from at the top, at the state. Those days when our clubs in Nigeria became a doyen of the world, the secret there was that they used the advantage of inter-house sports to discover talents and Operation Catch Them Young. Even a friend happened to belong to my generation, that's why he told us that he was a street boy, but very, very a sprinter when it comes to all this table tennis something. He was discovered and he was promoted. But later on he realized that without education, they would just be potential rots. So we met at University of Ife. And so these are the kind of golden virtues which existed those days, which
and are missing now.
Missing now. So we need to go back to our table and ensure that all these things are brought back. That's the challenge I give.
All right.
The grand finale, what are the things that people should expect to see, and is it open to all?
It's open to all. Everybody is invited. You've got to be there. You've got to be there because it's once in a year. And the first and foremost, I happen to be a patron of National Youth Council on your state. And through that, I'm opportune to reach out to all the youths in the state. And reaching out to them, it's easy through all volunteer organizations. All of them had been with me for a camp. And yesterday we were able to give them a kind of a seminar on civil rights and civic responsibilities. and everything went well with them, with their testimony. So today, all those youths will be used to open today's chapter. They will parade, they will do this and that. In the youth is the strength of the nation. Government must not neglect the cause of the youth. That's what I'm trying to sensitize the nation on. Because whichever way, I was once like them, today everything is white. And there's nothing we can do to that. But those who are going to replace us, what kind of empowerment are we able to give them? These are areas of my concern. I believe when I'm doing all this, and government is able to see it, they will now discover that all these things are possible and easy to do. We want them to really focus on the cause of the youth. There's going to be a lecture on enhancing the economic emancipation of the country to avoid future disintegration. Because the physiological need of man matters a lot and determines what we can do. When you are lacking, you can misbehave.
Sure.
So all these things are those packages which I'm trying to save Nigeria. Because all this ulabalu with regards to Biafra, with regards to South, to Middle Belt, the Yoruba themselves did not. All these form of insecurities are being caused through the lack in the areas of physiological needs, shelter, food, and clothing. And beside that, I'm challenging government. When are we going to be truly economically independent? For example, what we are now, when you rate it in terms of percentages of the homemade, you discover that it's less than 5%. Most of them are foreign. When are we? We have experts. We have schools. We have a lot of people that are highly talented with innovations, ingenuities. All we need is government encouragement, motivations. So these are the areas I'm trying to shed light on for government to be able to do the needful. So beside the lecture, from my studies of religions, religion generally is a school where we are given the opportunity to develop and build our faith. And the building of the faith will reflect in that opportunity of man-God relation. Has your church been able to achieve that? Has your mosque been able to achieve that? So these are the areas, because sensitization, Paul Apostle said, my people die because of ignorance. So, which means whatever is happening to us negatively may be out of the sheer lack of information and sensitization from those who are experts and who know. And that is what I'm taking up as a project now in this. So, religion must not be discriminative. Religion is supposed to be an article of faith that enhances you the opportunity to have what Solomon or Suleiman was given or endowed with. He was given knowledge, he was given wisdom, and he was given furqan. That is power of discerning mind, and that is complete education. So religion is now supposed to really hunt for talents, those who are walking the talk, those who are really making the country to move forward. So we beam our searchlight. We partner with one group, that's the Nation Builders magazine, and they will go out, they will research into the activities of these activities, and so we have some 7 people that are going to be honored, not on the basis of religion, but on the basis of the fact they have been faring well in the country. so that others will now emulate them to even to perform better. So those one apart. In the organization, we are going to present the graduates.
Okay.
And we are going to present 2 of us that have been elevated spiritually.
Okay.
And beside that,
I think there's a book launch also coming up.
thank you very much. This year, I've been writing one book since 2012, and the first volume of it, because after writing it, I discovered it's almost more than 1,000 pages. So we say volume 1, volume 2, the parrot and the kangaroo. That is a satire regarding the rot in the academia and the need to correct all this. In fact, you could see the randy lecturers syndrome. We need to stop all this. We don't need to wait for BBC to expose us again. We need to really stop so that parents are really happy. Parents are at rest, having their children in schools. So all these are the exposures. And why have we made academics to be so politically biased in order that eventually it's not meeting up with the goal of Tanangan? Because what we achieve in academia, when you want has the opportunity to go into university, for example, you are a raw material that's been reformed. And by the time you become a graduate, when you come into your local area or into the town, you bring civilization. You bring the way things are supposed to be done accordingly. That is the essence. And I was joking with somebody, with one of our faces one day. I said, why is it that we are turning things upside down? Naturally, we have all these local powers, which academics is supposed to really look into and reform those people in that possession. But today, professors will be saying, leaving the church or the mosque, if he professed, is attending the Babalawo's house. For what? And when you look at the craze for material wealth, among them, killing themselves, told people that are supposed to really save us from the clutches of ignorance. So these are the satire are now used to, because it's not a fiction.
Okay.
It's something I went through for 37 years before my retirement. And I knew that things, if the thing continue this way, then the nation is not safe. I believe the book will be able to create with. I use all the animation approach to save the face of those people that are.
That's why we have parrots and kangaroos.
And the kangaroo.
Okay, I think there's another book as well.
The second book,
Okay.
The Family, the Society for Nation Building. So there is a correlation between what you produce in your family and what they do in the society. Is when the society is at peace, those to reform the society are the products of the home. So when they get into the society, if the environment is hostile, there is no way they'll be able to participate effectively in the cause of nation building. So these are what I extrayed, provide solutions on how best to have a better society, a better home, and a better Nigeria, and a better world at large.
Let's talk about the location where the event will take place and the time.
The event is taking place at Wakajaye, that is Wakajaye, Shafauddin International Headquarters. Wakajaye, via Iwo Road, via Yana Church. You get there, and the place is an expansive area. It's come and chop life. So
that's my surname. My surname is Duro Jaye. It's come and chop life. Wait and chop life, anyways.
You wait, but I'm saying come now.
Okay.
Don't wait
Wakajaye.
Okay.
Wakajaye, let us come and dine together
Enjoy.
for good and enjoy.
Okay.
So that place is going to start by 10 o'clock.
Okay.
And that's why I'm here,
Okay.
telling the whole world. We have invited a lot of people, a lot of experts, a lot of people that are really, and everybody is invited.
From
Because
all religions.
from all walks of life. Because I've said religion must not be discriminative. We must use religion to reform, to transform. You reform the people for them to be able to transform their society.
Okay.
All walks of life will be there because we have been dining, rocking, working it together, and creating waves of changes.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We have been speaking with the spiritual head and founder of Shafauddin in Islam, and the person of Alhaji Engineer Professor Sabitu Ariyo Olagoke, JP. Thank you so much. And we've been discussing, of course, the annual Ishrat 37th edition, which the grand finale is today. Thank you so much for coming on the show. We'll take another break. Breakfast Weekend resumes in a short while. You don't want to miss the rest. Stay with us.